Hey, so who's ready for a whirlwind week full of activities? Some of you have holidays, all the crazy stuff. I'm sure not. Hey everyone, so here we are. Time for meal one, and boy, am I ready. I have, thanks to our live stream last night, a salmon patty or salmon cake or fish cake, whatever you want to call it. And I've topped it with some wasabi mayo. I have some wasabi mayo on the side as well to go with my leftover slice of rib roast. And a soft boiled egg topped with Redmond's real salt. Wasabi mayo might touch that too. I really love wasabi. Um, I just was wondering what other people were up to. I don't know what holidays people celebrate or don't celebrate or what you do, but we have time off on the 21st and light work days tomorrow. So, and our kid actually doesn't have anything scheduled tomorrow. So we decided to do a big family meal. And I say big, there's not that many of us, but we decided to go for a hot pot. So I have my wafer thin sliced ribeye it's called shabu shabu style. So I have that. I have to cut up my pork loin because it's a whole pork loin. And so what I'm going to do is I'll cut one hunk into a roast, a big part of it into pork chops, and then I'm going to keep one little piece and I'm going to slice that super wafer thin to use with the hot pot. So we'll have the beef and the pork. I've made some eggs and put them into a marinade so that they can be some nice savory seasoned eggs. I was going to make noodles, the sodium alginate noodles, because they are the best, but I actually have some healthy noodles from Costco in the fridge, and their expiration is January 3rd, so we're just going to use those. I've got a chef's blend of mushrooms. So they've got some chanterelles, they've got some shirataki, they've got some enoki mushrooms, both white and brown. And then I've also got a package of baby portobellos. So that will be nicely. And then I have some cabbage. It's a head of regular cabbage, just your standard green cabbage. And I'm going to also put that on the slicer and make it like shaved, very wispy, thin cabbage pieces. So that's going to be for our hot pot. I also got into the microwave, the pressure cooker this morning. Uh, Bone broth. I'm going with a beef profile. It's just my preference today. Sometimes we do chicken. But I had some hooves in the freezer, and I also had beef neck bones, which also have a fair amount of meat on them. So I did all the preparation this morning for that because you have to boil them and get all of that scum off of it, because that's what makes bone broth yucky if you don't do that process. Then I said, what the heck? Roasting them always gives it such a nice beefy flavor. So I roasted off all the bones. And then now everything is in the Instapot. It's going to go for 3 hours. And then, of course, I let it naturally depressurize, which, because it's so full, will take a good 30 to 40 minutes just to depressurize. Then I will lift everything out. In there, I also added a head of garlic that I cut right in the half down the middle, and half of a purple onion, salt and pepper, a little bit of apple cider vinegar, and that's all you need for beef stock. It tastes great. The salt really brings it out. And of course, when I roasted the bones, I used a bunch of smoked salt too. So it always comes out delightful. So that's my adventures for this morning. That's enough. And then I have my whirlwind. I've got a crap load of training modules to get through for the office. And I need to send out a bunch of reminders to people for stuff. So hop to it. Uh, I'll talk to you a little bit more about the rest of the week after I eat my food. before it gets cold. See ya. Hey, it's meal two. You guys, head yourself on over to Ready Set Keto and check out their keto chow waffle recipe. I was trying it out with a banana, and I mixed in a little bit of Bake Believe dark chocolate chips. Oh my God. So I've made waffles before and they're okay. But man, these are spectacular. They are like regular waffles in texture. So I'm thrilled. Maybe not in shape because I wasn't sure how much batter to put in, and so some of them are a little small. I use my mini dash, so I have 5 mini waffles. If you made a full batch, I made a half batch, it would be 10. So, yes. So there's my meal too. I'm eating waffles. So I hope that you are having this awesome of an afternoon. Oh boy, training and waffles. Woo! All right, everyone. So as I mentioned before, this is holiday week for an awful lot of people. And just like always, when holidays start coming, people start struggling. Health tends to take a second back seat for a lot of people in the holiday times because they simply don't have the coping skills to navigate such peer pressure. And it is peer pressure, whether it's your family or your grandma or your cousin from North Carolina who came to visit. And it's hard. It's for some people, and for other people, they breeze right through it, like whatever. They just, it doesn't matter. So I personally have a lot of support because my immediate family is very small and we don't have to worry about Christmas. So, we can do whatever we want, and that kind of helps. I think, like, I'm not tempted by a lot of stuff because people aren't bringing stuff over to the house. You know, like I said, I'm making a great big old hot pot for us, and we're eating it tomorrow. And well, not much is better for keto than a hot pot when you have lots and lots of meats and sadly no shrimps. I guess I do have to struggle a little. No shrimps. It's like the shrimp is taunting me. I had that reaction and it was repeated and repeated, and I even tried it again and it really, really didn't sit well. So Saturday, it made me sick. I thought I'm just gonna try it just once more time, and it was a different kind, not my red Argentinian shrimp. I bought the little cocktail tray, had that with the prime rib a little bit, and oh no, it was definitely the shrimp. Nope. So 100%. And of course, my doctor is so casual about it. This happens to people sometimes when they get older. Thanks a lot, man. When people get older, you can just develop a shrimp allergy after being fine your whole life. Getting old sucks. So, no shrimps for Maitreya. So that's the only thing that I'm really going to miss from the hot pot. And I've decided I don't want to try risking it and getting like scallops or something like that. We've got beef and pork and mushrooms. Like I talked about it this morning. You don't need a whole review again. I made my stock today, a beef bone broth, and I've already put it down for broth. It is in our auxiliary refrigerator because it is below freezing here. So I need that stock pot to go down in temperature and not bring my refrigerator up. So I've stuck it in the garage, which is unheated, and that will help it bring it down, and I can finish that off so it'll be ready to go. I'm very excited about that. So by the time we are done with hot pot, we're going to be too full for even to even think about a dessert. We might have a coffee afterwards to settle our stomachs, but the idea of eating all of that hot pot and and the meat and even the healthy noodles, by the time we're done with that, you need to be like a tick about to pop. So we are not going to make a dessert, but if I did, I would probably make a cream pie or a lemon meringue pie. It's kind of a lot of lemon curd though, and a lot of sweetener, so I don't know about that. Maybe some mini lemon curd with a meringue topper mini cups. That might be an option, but we just don't need it. It's just not in the cards. It's not something that I'm looking for and not something that I'm really that interested in. Um, I am interested in how we can help other people. So, what I'd like to see in the comments is people posting your struggles and or posting your coping mechanisms, how you manage with it. Share with me your various activities and cultures and what kind of things you do. I love learning about other people's interest and how they flow into their lives. For some people, this is going to be a very religious week, in which case they have a lot of very elaborate ceremony. For or the opposite, a very minimalist ceremony. So uh, I'd love to hear about it. Share with us, and let's talk about it so that we can tomorrow when we get together in the morning to talk about our day and get through the work day. Let's hear what people got planned. I think that would be great. We can talk about it, and then I will give you some feedback and share with you some of the techniques that we have. So what? Because it's not as if we don't go out. Like I said, we're going to a big conventions. We've been to a friend's wedding. Lots of different stuff that goes on, and so we have learned to try and navigate through with some different skills because we want to maintain our best health. And for us, because of my seizure disorder, that means not having the freedom to say, like, you know what, today I'm going to make a lesser, uh, I'm going to just jump right off into the wilds and have all the bad things. Unfortunately, the answer is not like, oh, well, just this one time I'll have this shrimp cocktail and this pound cake. Mm, no, I won't, because that's like the fast train to bad things happening. So things that are better than going off the dietary restrictive plans that I have to live by, not having seizures, having a driver's license, ah, the accidental huge amount of weight loss, well over 120 pounds. That was phenomenal and shocking. Healing my fatty liver, becoming athletic, something that I never thought was going to be a thing. Um, that was pretty groovy. Uh, just being able to keep up with the kids, not just mine, but like also like the neighbor kids, just so many things. Uh, yeah, it's been 100% worth it. And that's what you should be thinking about. Don't even worry about weight loss. That's a side effect of all of your other health benefits. Start thinking about like breathing better, sleeping better, mental clarity, all kinds of things. Just throw it out there. Lowering your blood sugars, the whole 9 yards. It's amazing. So let's talk about how we can help ourselves stay on the being healthier track. See you later.